Hello and welcome to Waterman Wellness, your pathway to health and wellness with local experts as your guides. I'm Michelle Wargo. We have a lot to share in this episode that you won't want to miss, including you'll learn about a potentially deadly disease in women that is often difficult to detect. Even though summer is almost over for the kids, we'll show you why you need to be concerned about outside activities. And we'll show you how some Florida Hospital Waterman employees recently took on very different job descriptions.
We did a little bit to help somebody, but so did the person behind us, and so did the person next to us, and so did the person. And when you add all those together, you start making a big change in a community.
We start with a new beginning of sorts for the children in our community. It's time for back to school. We've enlisted the help of a local pediatrician to help make sure you and your students are ready to succeed this school year. For younger children especially, the start of the school year can be a big transition. They've gone from months of unstructured activities during the day to the expectation of having a very structured day at school. Dr. Dennis Diaz encourages parents to prepare children by talking to your child about a new school or teacher. And take advantage of programs where they can go and visit the classroom before school starts. Dr. Diaz warns that getting a good night's sleep is the biggest problem for kids going back to school.
So often sleeping patterns during the summer become a little bit more chaotic, maybe a little bit less structured, maybe be going to bed later at night, sleeping in during the morning, and then all of a sudden we have to get up earlier in the morning to go to school. So starting again several weeks before, start going to bed just like you would during a school night. Kids definitely need at least 8 to 10 hours of sleep for most children. Younger kids need more. And that's extremely important for them to be able to be alert and learn and function appropriately during the school day.
If your child tends to be anxious about change, Dr. Diaz suggests making practice trips to school. And involve your child in getting ready by going shopping for school supplies or new clothes.
All right, here's the list. Let's go find. So make it fun, make it enjoyable. Kids often enjoy having, picking out that new set of clothes or new pair of shoes. So make it fun, don't make it stressful.
Now that your child is ready to go to school, what's the best way to help him or her stay in school? One local expert says washing hands is the best way to get rid of potential germs that lead to illness that all too often run rampant in the classroom.
I think a parent, as almost part of the packing of the clothing or the backpacks as they go off to school, is just to remind the kids to make sure, that you wash your hands throughout the day. And I think most of the schools have at least alcohol gels available, or to use that, and also after they go to the restrooms in particular, because these are restrooms that are shared by many, many children. So you want them to make certain that they're washing their hands, especially after going to the bathroom before they eat.
Stall Cup advocates everyone wash their hands with soap and warm water, not hot, for 15 seconds. The length of time scrubbing is key to eliminating bacteria. We turn our attention to another health concern that everyone is aware of, but perhaps you didn't know about the potential long-term risks for children. Sunburn is pretty easy to get living here in Florida, and you don't have to be at the pool or beach to get it. With the start of school often comes outdoor team sports and the need for diligent protection from the sun. The reddening of skin caused by overexposure to the sun's ultraviolet rays may seem like a temporary irritation, but sunburn can cause long-lasting damage to the skin. For children, whose skin is more sensitive to the sun than adults, one blistering sunburn at a young age can more than double that person's chance of developing melanoma later in life.
And it's been shown that sun exposure, especially sunburns at an earlier age, greatly increases the risk of skin cancers down the road, much more so than if you're 40 years old and get a sunburn. So it really is critical for parents to really manage and limit their children's sun exposure. Sun exposure is very important for children to get vitamin D growth, but that really is gotten almost without trying, especially living here in Florida.
If you or your child does get sunburned, you'll want to treat it quickly to ease the pain and potentially limit skin damage. Get out of the sun. It can take a few hours for sunburn symptoms to develop, so if you start to see pink, it's time to get shelter. After a cool shower, slather on moisturizing lotion, ideally something with vitamin E, which may limit skin damage. Drink water, juice, or sports drinks, as any burn draws fluid to the skin surface and away from the body. Take ibuprofen as soon as you see signs of sunburn. It can help cut back on the swelling and redness. If the sunburn is blistering over 20% or more of the body, seek medical attention. If your child has fever and chills while sunburnt, that's another reason to call the doctor. Dr. Brabham recommends that parents consider long-sleeved sports shirts for children and, of course, liberally apply sunscreen with at least a 30 sun protection factor rating. Recently, some local community members had a workcation of sorts. They took time away from their regular jobs and lives to make a difference in a place far, far away for people they've never met. One member of the group shares his interesting and impactful perspective on the Florida Hospital Waterman mission trip.
Well, my name is David Otadi, and I'm the president and CEO for Florida Hospital Waterman. And about a month ago, we went on a mission trip to Barahona, Dominican Republic. And Barahona is probably one of one of the poorest sections in Dominican Republic. Every year, Florida Hospital Waterman goes on different mission trips. We've gone on 21 mission trips in 19 different places. And it's important for us not only to look at our mission here internally within the hospital, within our walls and our community, but also I think it makes a difference going abroad as well. We had classrooms that we're building, part of a school system, and actually about 10 years ago, we went there and built the main section, started the main section of a school. The construction process starts from the ground up, where you actually grab the dirt, you have to sift dirt, separate the rocks and the sand, then mix it, then get it all to the site, and then lay the blocks and make sure it follows the plans that were given. My role was project coordinator of the construction site there, and so we had about 27 people from our team. So using all the talents of all of our folks that went is interesting in and of itself, because we're having to teach ourselves the skill and then actually apply that skill at the job sites. Our team worked hard. Every day that we stayed there another day, it was getting hotter, and our team, we're not used to laying block, concrete mixing, all the work that we were doing. It's not something we do normally. We did 4 days of Vacation Bible School. By the fourth day, the place was packed. We wanted to provide education to the children of the community as well. And education related to good choices, bad choices, things that related to their personal life experiences, that as they grow up, they may be able to apply to their lives so that they can make better choices and have a better lifestyle. And it was great to see the project finish and say, look what we did, it's good. But I think it will have even a much greater impact as folks get to use what we did and get the knowledge that we gave them, and how that can multiply over time. This one guy I was talking to, he's like, I work 6 nights a week, 12-hour shifts. And he's just happy, smiling. He walks down to his tin home down there, literally a tin home. And he's like, God's blessed me so much. Dios me ha bendecido, he says, and he's so blessed. And you're like, wow, I need to apply that to me. And I think that's a huge benefit for the mission trip. So externally and also to ourselves. I took away some personal benefits of appreciation, gratefulness, blessings that I take for granted, but also what can we do more to help within Lake County.
What an amazing and inspirational experience. The mission group represented a cross mix of Florida Hospital Waterman employees, their spouses, and members of the community. We thank Mr. Otadi and other participants in the mission trip for sharing their photos and video that they captured during their trip. There's more to come after the break on Waterman Wellness. A local doctor clears up confusion about recently revised guidelines that recommend against frequent pelvic exams. We'll show you a great way to strengthen and tone your body, and best of all, learning it is free. We'll visit the Connery Creation Health Kitchen and learn a recipe that's so easy, your kids can make it. These stories and more are coming up in a few moments. But first, Waterman Wellness wants you to know about some upcoming events, classes, and seminars that can help you stay on the path to wellness. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Waterman Wellness, your path to healthy living with help from local experts. I'm Michelle Wargo. Recently, the American College of Physicians advised against annual pelvic exams for women, stating that there is no good evidence that the screenings help women. Often difficult to diagnose, more than 34,000 new cases of cervical and ovarian cancer are expected this year. Doctors say the revised guidelines are for women who show no risk factors for the disease.
That doesn't mean that if someone has a mother or a sister who has had a gynecological cancer and she knows that she's at increased risk, that she should stop doing the pelvic exams. On the contrary, she should continue with those. So it's always best to go back to your GYN doctor or the primary care doctor to better detail or delineate the exact plan for that person. Guidelines are just that, they're suggestions. It can be completely different from one person to another.
Dr. Al-Hazori says increased awareness about gynecological cancers is contributing to better treatment for patients. Florida Hospital Waterman wants to help local women and their families learn more about these cancers at an upcoming luncheon where local experts and cancer survivors will share their knowledge about beating these diseases.
We found that when we have these events, it raises awareness, maybe for short term, but does raise awareness for that specific kind of cancer. And it helps have more patients involved in getting feedback on what we're doing so that way we can make our treatments better, but also how do we deliver the information and deliver the actual medicine a lot better.
Dr. Al-Hazori says he benefits from these events because he gets to see former patients enjoying their lives.
Our survivors are old friends. Makes me happy. That's what we live for.
The Florida Hospital Waterman Gynecological Cancer Luncheon will be held on Tuesday, September 2nd at noon. The event is open to the public, but reservations are requested. You can learn more by calling 352-253-3635. We know that exercise can play an important role in the prevention of cancer and other diseases. For some people, the biggest challenge to an active lifestyle is finding a workout regime that you can ease into. Consider a mind-body exercise that focuses on building your strength without excess bulk. Pilates, which was developed in the early 1900s, is a safe, low-impact exercise that improves flexibility, agility, and helps with good posture. It can even help alleviate back pain and may be prescribed for people who are under a doctor's care.
Pilates can be a great way to get started in a program. It's lower impact. It's something where you can just get a better connection with your body and how it moves. It offers some great benefits of strengthening, but in a gentle way, strengthening while stretching, some great mind-body connection things that are very helpful for patients.
Florida Hospital Waterman has teamed up with the Golden Triangle YMCA to offer free Pilates in the Park. Led by a certified Pilates instructor, participants will be treated to an hour-long program. Pilates in the Park will be held Thursday, September 11th at Wooten Park in Tavares. Call 352-253-3635 to register. When the kids get home from school, no doubt they're hungry. You want them to eat something filling and healthy, right? Local experts Stephanie Bassett and executive chef David Atkinson recently showed us a super easy treat for any time of day that kids of all ages will enjoy. Well, it's back to school time and you always start to scramble for something healthy to give the kids when they come home. So today we're here in the Waterman Wellness kitchen with registered dietitian Stephanie Bassett and our executive chef Dave Atkinson, and we are going to make something easy, nutritious, and we have some special friends with us as well. We have Addison and Steven, and this is something that they can even make. It's fruit.
Super easy and delicious and good for us.
So we've got fruit kebabs.
Yes.
So this is something that you can, chop up ahead of time, have it in the fridge, and just grab a skewer.
Just grab and go, kind of.
Exactly. It's easy peasy. especially for the little one.
Yep.
And this is a silly question, but why is fruit good for kids?
Oh, so many different reasons. It's a good source of fiber. It's a good source of vitamins and minerals that they may not necessarily get normally in their diet.
So once we finish making our fruit skewers,
These look delicious.
Chef Dave's got something special to put on top, don't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a very simple, fluffy yogurt dip, and it's just a fat-free whipped topping. Any flavored yogurt will do. I picked raspberry for today because I think it goes well with all these different fruits. And it's just equal parts of whipped cream and yogurt. And we're just gonna stir that up.
So you could even put this in the kids' lunchbox, really, if you think about it.
Oh, absolutely.
Very portable.
Throw it in a Ziploc bag and a little cup of sauce, and
You're good to go.
Now, what are the nutrients that we're getting out of our yogurt sauce?
Out of the yogurt mix, you're going to be getting calcium, potassium, phosphorus, magnesium, and some protein as well.
So this is a great snack to have really year-round. It doesn't just have to be in the summer.
Oh, it can be any time of year, just use with your fresh seasonal produce.
Fantastic. Well, Stephanie and Chef, thank you so much for joining us. And Stephen and Addison, thank you so much for coming in today and helping us out. I think they really like
Yes.
it. You'll find this easy fruit kebab and fluffy yogurt dip recipe on watermanwellness.com. You can learn more delicious recipes by joining the Yum Yum Club. The next class will be held Tuesday, August 26th from 6 to 8 p.m. It will be held in the Connery Creation Health Demonstration Kitchen. Call the number on your screen or visit connerycreationhealth.com for more information. Our Lake County community is a little healthier today thanks to the generosity of some members of the community. This year's 5th annual Florida Hospital Waterman Foundation Celebration of Life Gala was dedicated to raising money to support the hospital's emergency department. These motivated sponsors and gala attendees raised nearly $100,000 to help provide upgrades to the hospital's emergency room, which touches the lives of nearly 60,000 patients each year.
One of the things that Waterman has worked very, very hard at doing is really to try to remove the waste when it comes to waiting to see a provider, because that's really why patients come to the ER. They want to see a doctor, they want to see somebody to help them with their needs. So we have essentially removed triage as a place and rather made it a process.
Among recent upgrades to the ED that have already been implemented is the new catheterization lab to help with speedier diagnosis and treatment of patients in cardiac arrest. We hope you've enjoyed this month's Waterman Wellness, your path to healthy living with the help from local experts. Be sure to watch for the September episode right here on Lake Sumter TV for some of the following stories. We'll explain why local doctors are excited about new advances in cancer research that can lead to better treatment. We'll show you how you can help your child avoid symptoms associated with allergies. And we'll visit the Connery Creation Health Kitchen to learn about an ancient grain that adds lots of flavor to your meals. To learn more about the experts featured in this program, please visit watermanwellness.com. Until next time, I'm Michelle Wargo for Waterman Wellness.